Listen to me. Listen. It's important for you to just have a little... Hey y'all, what is up? Welcome back to another Paint and Chat video. So I'm gonna just get right into it. So I just wanted this video to be a little bit more of an encouraging, tough love type vibe. Of course, as you can see from the title, today I want to talk about how we as artists can work through the fear of promoting ourselves. So I noticed that this is an area that a lot of creatives tend to really struggle with. Promotion, self-promotion is not that easy. The idea of promoting myself gives me a legit form of anxiety, I'm just saying. And there's been many times where I didn't promote myself, in times where I really needed to, or when amazing things was happening for me as an artist. However, I've been getting better, and it's something that I've been working on slowly but surely. And really through this process of just becoming more shameless really in myself, what I've learned is that a lot of times it just comes down to these lies that we tend to believe as artists. In this video, I have 3 lies that we as artists tend to believe, and I have ways that we can go about breaking down those lies. Of course, as I'm talking, I'm going to be painting. I started this in my last video, and I'm just like, you know, I'm gonna just keep working on this until it's full, until it's done. I don't know, I'm just doing kind of any little abstract thing on here because it's hard for me to do a serious painting and to talk to the camera. Okay, so the first lie that we tend to believe as artists:
my art isn't good enough or as good as so-and-so.
This is the first and most destructive thing that we as artists tend to believe. I'm trying to think of a way to say this where it doesn't sound super cliche, but comparison is the thief of joy. As soon as you start to compare yourself, you are pushing yourself potentially into a place where you feel depressed or unworthy or even fearful to put yourself out there. I know most of the time it's not intentional. Like, we're not sitting around wanting to feel depressed and wanting to feel unworthy, but just think, why is that something that you are doing to yourself? Why are you so comfortable putting yourself into that mental headspace, I guess? That's like 2 queens or 2 kings of separate nations fighting and being like, well, I'm a king, I'm a good, you know, it's like, but y'all both queens and kings though. Like, when you really think about it, you're comparing your gift to another person's gift. Like, but really it just comes down to like, just do you. Like, you got your gift, this person got their gift. Like, you can't be sitting here comparing like gifts. So more so than thinking about whether you are as good as somebody else, you should think more about, well, what am I doing to distinguish myself from other people so then I can be unique to me and my creativity. The next lie that we as artists tend to believe:
nobody will discover my art.
I'm willing to bet that really what we are thinking here is that enough people are not discovering our art. And of course, this is going to sound cliche as well. Even if you have one person looking at your art, your work has been discovered. You can have 10, 15, 200, 300, 40,000, a million people looking at your work. At what point do you say, I've been discovered? At what point do you say, okay, well, I have enough people appreciating my work for it to be validated? Once I started thinking about it like that, it actually changed my perspective, because I was like, well, I actually already have a lot of people who support me. And I was saying this years ago when I didn't even have 500 people following me, you know. Like, the fact that I made it even to 500, and now I'm not sure how many followers I have, but like, I have a few thousand on my personal page. And to be fair, I guess some people will think it's enough once they're actually making enough money for it to like support them or take care of their bills. I'll give y'all that. As somebody who was getting commissions at a certain point and was making decent money, like not enough to pay all my bills, but just enough to say, oh, I can pay a bill with this, that doesn't necessarily make you feel more confident in your work. Like, your confidence does not come from who sees or doesn't see your art. Your confidence really comes from yourself, because you can always be picky. You can always be hard on yourself and your work. And if you're already a person who tends to kind of struggle with promoting yourself, then it's really easy to like create more, I guess, lies. I remember getting more followers and thinking, oh, well, they're only following me because of young Black artists, or they're only following me because of this, or they're probably not. And it's just like, you just keep creating more lies in your mind. And really it just comes down to the fact that you and your mindset needs to change, rather than you need more people to see your work. And at the end of the day, when it comes to getting discovered, you just have to be discovered by the right person, not by a whole bunch of people. It's really about the right people seeing your work and giving you an opportunity. And that can happen outside of social media. That can happen like in any place, anytime. When I had been painting for only about a year or two, I had got contacted by somebody at my university who was interested in commissioning me to do a painting that will hang up on the walls at my school. I had barely been like on Instagram at the time, and it was just crazy that like they were able to find out about me still just by word of mouth. And now I have a painting at the school at the college that I went to that's going to be there forever. And I have had opportunities since then, but that still, till this day, is the #1 opportunity that I've received. Think less about the amount of people and more about just getting the right connection. The final and last lie that we tend to believe as artists:
I'll never be able to improve my skills fast enough.
This is the thing that be tearing me up. I just always feel like I'm never getting better. And I am getting better, but sometimes I think I'm not getting better fast enough. And there are a lot of people that I follow, and I can go back and look at their work from like a year ago and be like, yo, they got so much better in just 6 months to a year. And that's not even really that long. Like, we've been in quarantine for almost half a year now, and in my opinion has like the years flying. So the thought that we're not getting better like fast enough or at all is really not true. The thing about getting better is that it's so gradual, so it's very hard for you to be like creating and thinking that you're getting better as you're creating, because it isn't like a huge jump from painting to painting. Listen to me. Listen. You will improve. You will get better. And it's important for you to just have a little patience. And sometimes maybe you've already gotten better and you don't even know it. For all of those who are visual artists, I want you to take a very old painting and repaint it, okay? And see how much better you are. Promise you, you're better. And you just have not realized it. Let me see if I can find a painting for y'all, because y'all be out here trying to play. Okay, so I have examples of some of my old work. This might be the first painting actually that I made that I still have. I don't know if this is one of my first paintings. So it has a hole in it. I accidentally did that years ago. It doesn't look bad, but I was having a really hard time getting all the colors to like pop in her face and even her eyes. Like, I don't know, like my shadows and highlights are not the best. A lot of you guys have probably seen this painting, but this is a purple, I guess, another version of a purple painting that I did last year. It's better, let's just say. Here's another painting I did early on. Again, it's not really bad at all. Like, it's kind of cute. Here's one I did recently. I feel like my style is just a little better, like it's more established now, but that's something that really just came with time. Here's the last one I'll show. I made this painting of Erykah Badu some years ago, and I couldn't paint hands, of course, so I didn't include the hand that's in the original photo. I was being lazy. I should actually repaint this one, like just for fun, just to see if I can do it, and then I'll add the hand in. Yeah. who am I kidding? I'm not really about to like, I haven't even got that far on this painting. So one thing that has really helped me work through that feeling that I'm not improving enough is just not taking my work that seriously. Something that you can really do for yourself as an artist is to really like give yourself permission to make mistakes. Give yourself permission to mess up, to just have fun with it. Because if you allow yourself to just have fun and to just paint and to just create or to just write, whatever your creative outlet is, allowing yourself that headspace to get better and to not take it so seriously will help you improve even more, because you will push your limits a little bit more. Even if it's for a short time, give yourself a time period where you can just create something that you don't plan to sell, something that you don't plan to turn into a print, something that you don't plan to do whatever with to make money out of the equation, and allow yourself to really learn your craft and to learn your art. That's what's going to make you get better. I promise y'all, I have destroyed canvases. I've ripped them apart. I've cut them off of the darn frame. I've thrown them in the dumpster. I've thrown gesso on them. I've painted, you know, new things on top of old things. Being able to do that and giving yourself freedom, even if it's a canvas, like it being on canvas doesn't make it set in stone. Like, canvas is not stone. Give yourself that permission, because if you don't, you're gonna drive yourself crazy. You're gonna feel like your work is not good enough, you're not getting better enough, and it's because you're probably not giving yourself space to be creative. Please don't let your cousins and your mamas and your aunties and your close acquaintances pressure you into posting your work up on social media or putting yourself out there. Like, you don't have to post everything on social media. You can make a piece of art and just burn it. Like, I don't know. Somehow that gives you a sense of freedom, and that freedom is really what's going to like help you go into a direction where you feel almost less shameless about putting your work out there. Do you guys know how many portraits I painted that don't look like the artist or the celebrity that I was painting? And I was really trying, and I still posted it. That's just me. That's just what works for me. Keep that in mind, that I'm just talking about the little stuff that I do as an artist and things that I'm going through. That's all I can really speak to. But even if you have work that isn't all that isn't something that you're proud of or the most happy about, still, like, every once in a while post things and just see how people receive it, or just see like how you feel about it, and being in a place where you feel uncomfortable and seeing that it's okay. You promoted yourself and the world didn't blow up. So just accept your flaws and post it anyway. So yeah, those are the 3 main lies that we tend to believe as artists. And there are some ways we can like begin to really tear down those thoughts. So I really hope that this was encouraging in some kind of way. Please comment below and let me know if it was. Of course, I have more videos like this coming in the near future. So please rate, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all in the next one. Haha, boom.